Alright, pow pow. I hope you guys are doing well. Today you are watching the African Crypto Warlord show, and we'll be reviewing Solana USDT, seeing as some of my homies be having some Solana NFTs, as do I myself. So now we gotta make sure what the plan is, considering maybe we bought these things at 250, 150, 100, 50, 45, 30. We gotta see what the plan is with Solana here. See if NFT projects are able to time some good news with a pump, or if they are going to be trying to set in a dollar price per NFT instead of a crypto price value per NFT. So let's go have a look-see. What we have here is a 15-minute Laplace distribution cone, which will play out now. And the general idea is you see that little orange line that price keeps on bouncing off of. Okay, what you want to have is price action pretty much always wants to be at this level until stated otherwise, until we get another point in our data in order to say we can put up another PB cone. Okay, so as we go up, you'll fail certain levels, and the orange line is like the magnet. So when you get below it, it also does the same thing, alright? So this is the $30 region. So what's happened? We slip down, and we don't slip down. Okay, so we are currently on the 15-minute Laplace distribution mean. Okay, so I do feel that there's going to be a little bit of panic if we can't hold above 29.83. Okay, why do I say this? Because usually what happens when you fall from those high levels, I like to see price action smoke -1 Laplace distribution away from the mean. Okay, usually that helps set in like hidden bull divs or a bull div. There's your bull div. Over here, there's some bull divs that you can see etching themselves out over here. Alright, so as you can see, we're right here by this mean. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to put on the 6-hour distribution cone. Okay, so our 6-hour distribution cone says that we are 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 levels to the downside, and we've only ever visited level number 2 once. Okay, so we got to start looking for mean reversion. As you can see, this is a high term time frame. The further away we get from the source, the easier it is to define ranges. Okay, so in that same breath, I have had a 22. I shouldn't even say it. If it doesn't lift up from this area, I will suggest a low 20s for Solana. But if you start holding this region on Solana here at 29.88, you can start to look for a pullback up into the 30s, 30.96. Okay, you fail this region here, so that's a 3.6% move to the upside. You fail this cone level over here, which is the same place as the 15-minute cone, and you're looking at 3.46% to the downside, which is 28.88 cents. Okay, and from there you'll see indicators start to pick up on the higher term time frames. Furthermore, let's go have a look at our daily distribution cone. Okay, so this is why I've said in the thumbnail, Solana is just about to have a new trend. How I put these cones up, okay, is when there's all green flashes, when they all line up in a row. And as you can see, it's been very many days until we've had a perfect lineup. So the last perfect matchup was Saturday, 19th of March, 2020, and that was up in like what price? Somewhere in here. So we'll just call one of these regions. So it was around about $75 to $82. That's where the last flash was. And from there, we just had a bearish trend to the downside. So now we're having a new 24-hour flash, which means that we have a new trend. So we've got to observe this trend from this moment onwards. So we've come up. What did we do? That was a wick. We closed, opened. I'll be looking for a target down here at 28.68 cents. If we break through this mean at 29.68, which matches up to that 15-minute cone, 15-minute cones level over here. Sorry, down here somewhere. Okay, you fail these two lines, you expect continuation to the downside. We're at the mean. I don't think we get away scot-free here. I think we're still touching one of these regions. Okay, what am I going to do now? I'm going to do the full volatility analysis on this shitcoin. So we're going to start on the 14-day, and what we're looking for here is literally the direction of volatility. Okay, We don't have any indicators to say right now in this region that are populated. We have mean reversion to the downside. It tells us first initial bears, like for longer term, they're coming in. We just have bull div, bull div. The only thing that saves this is if you close the next infinity candles above 25.80 cents, then you might be able to have a denied bearish mean reversion with a bull div, in there to kick it up. Now we're going to go to the 7-day. 14-day, we need some more data to be very, very certain. So what we have to look for that observation on the previous day to be true is expansion and volatility to the upside or positive drift. Currently, how long until this prints? It's 15th, 17th, so 24th. So in a couple days from now, in 5 days from now, we'll get a new 7-day print. Problem, come check this problem out. We have no level there, UMP will be there. That's fine. You close below the UMP, our ultimate power mean, you will confirm mean reversion to the downside. You close above 30.58, you will have denied the bears their initial drive in bearish div. What sort of helps the bulls in a situation like this? We have our next return candle wanting to be positive, right? And there'll be a hidden bull div off of these returns. Furthermore, we have DLP looking to end its long-term cycle from the downside, okay? So when DLP snaps, you can see that DLP snaps. So when it snapped over here, up here, it was $220. So we sort of have hit our outlier event region over here. You're going to come up, if you get denied mean reversion again, start hunting $18. That's a serious bear div that will form in the market on these higher term time frames. So 5-day, let's see if there's any good news for Solana. It looks like expansion to the downside, and to be brutally honest, I don't like getting on the wrong side of my 5-day, and she's sort of stroking her way in through here. We have had a huge wick. Let's go see if there's positive drift forming in lower. But this price action, this indicator here matches down here. Only thing sort of not in correlation with the model is our DLP, but it to me is my general trend. So when it does snap through, as you can see, make sure you're not on the wrong side of it. So we just want to make sure we're not on the wrong side of DLP. Expansions, one standard deviation to the downside has been tagged over here. All right, blue flash. So you're going to wait for your blue flash on a 5-day to stop flashing, and then from there you can maybe look for a decent long position out of here or sideways action if you are eager to be trading. Hit an outlier event in this circumstance on a 3-day, okay? Over here, we flashed. Here, we haven't as like smoked it nicely, but because it's a big wick, it would have been touching. All right, so we hit the outlier event. We're looking for mean reversion. So here's maybe a little bit of hopium for Solana. You start closing above this JMA. It's not really wrong for too long. Some serious price action starts to come in. So what do we look for here? We have initial guys wanting to expand to the upside. You need a 4th expansion candle to lift us up higher than $31.50. Okay, but there's no blue flash here. Blue flash will be triggered when we start closing below the JMA over here. Okay, so 24 hours. Sorry, this was taking a bit long, but I think this is hopefully of value to you. And if it is, please do smash the like and subscribe button. I'd appreciate that. So giving away some more signals here on the 24-hour. We have contraction. That one says some more negative drift. These guys are saying negative drift, right? But they're starting to curl over, and we're looking for the next best phase being positive drift. So some sideways actions here. Let's see if we can find that sideways action. Any sideways action is going to deny that previous time frame we were looking at, its opportunity to mean revert. So here's a good quick observation. This would be nice. 12-hour doesn't really lie too much. You close above this JMA over here, you will look for continuation back up for sure. All right, into 31.84. But you start closing below this JMA, what will happen is we'll print here, JMA will print, and we'll want to hang on that guy for a couple. Why do I say that? This is looking like it wants to extend out of its trend, so you might get a big outlier here, but it's saying that we're starting to front run to the downside if we're on this side of the DLP, right? So that you want to have a perfect balance. You sort of want to be on the dot, and as you can see, we're further away from the dot. All right, blue flash, you want to wait for that, and we sort of want this blue flash to sink in the book, so you don't want it to lift up and trigger off the blue flash, it just won't look good for the guys who didn't see it later, so that they don't have anything to hedge off of. Okay, so you have blue flash triggering off underneath reverse wave trend. So because it has triggered off underneath reverse wave trend, it does allow for the opportunity to fail at the reverse wave trend. Alright, hidden bull div coming in on the 6 hour. 6 hours pretty Gucci, gang. This one says sideways. As you can see, there's no trend from here. We have 2 candles the same size. Did we flip anything here? Not as of yet. So expansion to the downside from our first super scalpers, but what's keeping it up is our lower term, our higher term, a longer term period PC says there's positive drift with so the 75% bulls here at the current moment hanging around in this region. So sort of what's keeping price action up. So we've hit our blue flashes. I'm liking that we're hitting these blue flashes and we're keeping a range. That's sort of okay, I'll say we keep in a range if we can close above the JMA, furthermore the reverse wave trend. But you start closing below the JMA, there's your blue flash. You see what I mean, right? So as your blue flash takes off, that's generally the entry that I'd be looking in. So if we can keep the blue flash off, so if you've been listening, and that's why I use these guys. So the blue flash obviously will only be triggered if we close below the JMA. So you close below the JMA, you can look for trend continuation to the downside. You close above the JMA, and you can maybe look for a little bit more expansion to the upside. A failure at reverse wave trend to come up and wick any late sellers if this does continue down. 90 minutes contracting positively correlated. It's going to take quite a bit of work. We have some more downside triggered by this 90 minutes. It's quite a strong indicator with a mean reversion play coming in here. Basing itself off of a one of our ultimate power mean levels here, 45 minute. Okay, 45 minute is the only guy. So I think we might find our trend sitting on 30 minute or the 15 minute. So he has mean reverted to the upside. Obviously we know that when it picks a color, it likes to pick a color. So let's make sure that we are on the other side of the reverse wave trend. When it's going green, we are. So your upside targets for now, highest one 31 on this time frame. So to get bullish on sling, you close above this JMA that it's literally fighting over now. You'll have confirmed your outlier event. You have confirmed your blue flashes. You have next initial trend to the upside. Contraction whilst positively correlated is the only thing that's hanging this up, and that's why it's going down, even though all this says up. Okay, 30 minute. This is what we're looking for our trend. So 30 minute, a little bit more to the downside with a hidden bull div coming in with a blue flash. Alright, as we say, let's go pop up our cones. This is what we're fighting over, guys. A lot of randomness, but you can see that this region is where all the wicks are at. So that's our 15 minute cone. This is our 6 minute cone. So I'm going to pretty much leave us off with this, saying we close above 29.91. Open. Okay, close above, open, and close the next candle. You have a good possibility to run to 39. You fail here. Let's see if there's some good NFT news to start saving our floor price. And if there's no flashes on the 15 minute, for example, it's game over. It's a very interesting time for Solana. 24-hour flashes on the cone indicates we have a new trend. We have, what do we have here? We have a negative, we have a positive drift coming in on this cone. Okay, hold this range. There's your range, 31.90. That's all the way to the upside there. But from the laws, I'm guessing we do $28 first, have a bull div in here, and that only happens if we fail any one of these levels. Right? We'll look for them as stopping power to get us to those for the buybacks. We'll look at them as stopping power. I hope that was helpful. Yeah, if you do like this, please do like and subscribe. Much love and pow pow.